What is going on, guys? Once again, we are talking some Raider football. I'm Dan Man, aka Daniel's son, and we have a Week 6 matchup with the Raiders versus the New England Patriots. And what can I say? The keys to winning this matchup is very obvious, is all the keys. All the Raiders really have to do is play good football, disciplined football, not make stupid penalties, not giving up the big play. I mean, it's the Patriots. The Patriots this year are horrendous. Mac Jones is bad. The offense is bad. The defense is bad. There's a lot of things that the Patriots are one of the worst teams. Now, the Raiders are able, and they're like the Broncos. The Broncos with Russell Wilson and Sean Payton are a bad team. The Raiders were able to beat the Broncos, even though the Broncos still kind of was in the fight. The Patriots are kind of similar to the Broncos, where they're just overall bad. It doesn't matter if Bill Belichick is the coach still. It's just there's no pieces there. There's no weapons. There's nothing. There's no rhythm. There's nothing. They're worse than us. We at least are able to put on some drives. Garoppolo is able to hit Jacoby Myers at least. Sometimes Devante Adams. I mean, Devante Adams had that one bad game with Green Bay, but you got to remember he was going in there injured. So I think he's going to have a bounce back game, and that's going to be one of the key elements to winning against the Patriots is not only utilizing Jacoby Myers, because we know Jacoby Myers is the safety blanket of Garoppolo, but Devante Adams needs to have a huge game this time around. And I think the Raiders, in order to win this game, all they have to do is score more than 20 points. Get a little bit over 20 points, and I think they got the game won. I think even though we have no Nate Hobbs, once again, it's been very frustrating not having Nate Hobbs on the field because he's been injured these last 2 seasons. But we still got Mad Max Crosby. We still got a talented group that needs to just not blow assignments. And Marcus Peters, man, we bring you in here. Let's get some takeaways. Let's get some turnovers. I would like to see some fumble recoveries. I think Ramon Stevenson is suffocating in the Patriots offense. If you picked him up in fantasy, you could tell the difference. He's not doing as good. So I think the Raiders defense can actually do something like they did with Green Bay. They can actually do something here against the Patriots. And the Raiders seem to be now kind of a little bit on a groove. Last win got some kind of going, and seeing, even though the Devante Adams and some Raiders are frustrated because they're not scoring more than 20 points because this offense was built to score more than 20 points. I think we might see it this game, and I think we might see some momentum still occurring, still moving, chugging along. I really do think Josh McDaniels is a terrible coach, but there is a chance that we can go on a roll with our schedule and how many bad teams we're going to be playing. How many can we get in there? Because I don't want to tank. I know everybody was looking at Caleb Williams at the time of this recording. I think he's thrown like 2 picks already or 3 picks in his little college game that's going on over there. But I don't want to tank. We're win, lose, tie, Raiders till I die. Raiders need to continue to try to win. They need to show the fan base that they're not here trying to lose. They're trying to win. And I think that tanking is, yes, you'll get a prospect like Caleb Williams. You'll get a good draft pick. But we're the Raiders, man. We don't want to go out that sad. We want to actually try to commit to excellence, try to commit to a lot of wins, because this is a Raider organization that is prideful, that is rebellious. And yes, we've had some stinkers over the years, but this should not be another season where we're only 2-3, where we tank the whole season. We're still momentum and wins away that we could actually turn this around. Do I think Josh McDaniels has the locker room still? I don't. I don't think a lot of Raiders like this guy. When you could hear him doing his little inspirational speech, it's terrible. This is a terrible coach, but I do believe in the team that they could all band together and, despite Josh McDaniels, get a little run going. Do I think we're going to make it to the Super Bowl, going to win the whole thing this year? No, I don't. But it is an accomplishment if we're able to at least have a somewhat decent season and not a horrible season. So I think the Patriots is definitely a game we could win. I think if we put Mac Jones on his butt, we get pressure on him. Mac Jones is a very fragile child. The Raiders could really rattle him. And I think Max Crosby could rattle him. And I don't think Max Crosby likes this guy at all, with all the shit he's been hearing about Mac Jones. So I really think the keys to winning this game is just Raider playing good football. No mistakes, no blown assignments, scoring a little bit more than 20 points. I think we got it in the bag. I think the run game, of course, needs to continue to try. We need to try to keep... I know the run game hasn't been good, but we need to continue to see if we could break some big runs with Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs seems to be a little bit more in the groove of things. He got a little bit more yardage last game against Green Bay than he has in previous games. The offensive line is still not very good. I need Garoppolo to not throw picks or turnovers. That's what I mean by clean game. No, not a lot of penalties. We know we're going to get penalties, but not a lot of penalties. Not a lot of boneheaded penalties that Max Crosby has been doing. So if we just play a clean game, should be chalked up as a win. But with the Raiders, it's never that easy. You can never say it's going to be an easy win because the Raiders seem to always play at the team's level. So I could even see it going down the wire and it still being like 13-13 towards the end of this game, and somebody's going to win it via field goal. And we know I know Carlson did miss what's probably his worst game as a Raider last game in his field goals and stuff, but he's going to bounce back. We beat the Patriots last time. Of course, when we had Chandler Jones and in the lateral and he got it and he took it to the house. I think that, I think that was, what was the score on that? I think it was over up there in 20 points too, in the 20-point territory. But we could beat the Patriots. It's not Tom Brady on that other side. It's not a ferocious defense that the Patriots used to have. Two of their guys, their best defenders, are injured. Yes, we have some guys that are banged up and are not going to be playing this game, but I really do think that if Josh McDaniels just actually calls a very competent game and is able to actually not be a buffoon, we could win this game fairly easy. But like I said, it's the Raiders, so we'll see. So that's my keys to winning the Patriots. It's not brain science. It's not me spitting out what needs to be done on the offense, what needs to be done on the defense. It's an overall team thing. They just really need to play clean, good football and eliminate a lot of mistakes that they tend to do that costs them the games, costs us as the fans games. So that's my take on Raiders versus the Patriots. Thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, check out my videos. I do have a video up there talking about Hunter Renfrow and how unutilized he has been used, how it's so sad to see this once great Raider being just absolutely driven out of the team, which is not fair in my opinion. But if you're going to get rid of him now so we don't waste talent. Because he's a good guy, man. He's a good guy, and it would have been great to see him as a Raider forever, just like Max Crosby, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Go check that video out. It's in my video section. So I'm Dan mcdaniels' son. Be sure to subscribe, like, and I will see you guys next time. We'll talk more Raider football. See you guys.